I was on the property hunt in southeast London with designers Nadine and Toby. They were living in Brockley, an area attractive to many artists because of its proximity to Goldsmiths College, where our pair were both trained. So it's no coincidence that this design duo were drawn here.
We love the area. We got a good community of friends. When we saw this place, it made sense, didn't it? So, yeah, that's why we're here.
Nadine and Toby are a couple after my own heart. They bought their first flat at 26 and have spent the last 3 years doing it up by themselves.
It was quite a mess when we first got here, and we've redone everything. So we've replaced all the floors throughout the property, put in a new kitchen, a new bathroom, pretty much redesigned the whole space and how it works.
Having outgrown and recently sold their flat, this stylish couple have got designs on their next project. And they know exactly what they want.
Oh, there's that pebble dash.
It's white pebble dash, yeah, exactly.
There's no Georgian. We're going to rip everything out no matter what, so it may as well be a wreck.
We want something that's architecturally interesting, that's got a bit of a story behind it.
We seem to be drawn to those flat-fronted Georgian properties.
We really want to buy on a street that's got very similar-looking houses.
Steel yourself, Kirstie. I think you're about to meet our pickiest pair ever.
The criteria just goes on, but it all doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I think it's going to come down to a feeling.
Well, that's crystal clear then.
Nadine and Toby had the feeling once, when they thought they'd found their dream home. But sadly, they lost their perfect property in a bidding war.
It was a bit of a heartbreaker, actually.
It's caused a problem because we would have probably moved by now had we not seen that house. Because we wouldn't be expecting so much.
Yeah.
With only 2 weeks to go before they have to move out of their flat, Nadine and Toby urgently need to find a home. It's time for me to take these two back to the drawing board.
You've loved and lost, and we need to sort of take a jetpack and blast you out of that previous search into a new search.
Definitely.
That sounds good.
We're up for that. That sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
What we want is to get you a bigger, more future-proof home.
The flat that we have just sold, it's the best flat on the worst street.
What you want is the worst house on the best street. You want the bomb site, and I think focusing on the worst house in the best street is probably a very, very good mission.
Yeah, we're definitely up for that. I mean, it's an interesting way of looking at it. Definitely very different to the way we looked at it before.
My couple have a budget of £350,000. They're looking for an unusual property with a flat-fronted exterior. It must be in an area with similar architecture, close to Brockley, and have an interesting story to boot.
Their wish list reads like a novel, but with you on the job, Kirstie, I'm sure it'll have a happy ending.
In London, our creative couple, Nadine and Toby, were shrewdly searching in the city's southeast, where property prices back in 2011 were 21% cheaper than those north of the river. Nadine and Toby want a habitable wreck to renovate in their beloved Brockley. Not an easy find. So I've stretched the search to the vibrant area of Camberwell, a patch they discounted because of price. My first property should win them over. There's heaps of potential, and I brought Phil along. As a former surveyor, he can have his uses.
All I will say now is brace yourselves. Okay?
Oh, good. Yeah. I like to be...
This is a challenge, almost, I think, maybe one of the most challenging things we've ever shown anyone.
Yeah, I'd agree. That sounds like it.
OK, right. In we go.
Nadine and Toby want a house with a good story, and this huge property has certainly got that. The ground floor was originally a shop, but now the whole building is home to a Masonic order, and it's ripe for renovation. This three-storey building could well be the wreck they're after. It's a massive space, over 1,500 square feet, and every single part of it needs restoration. It's on the market at offers over 350 grand, all of Nadine and Toby's budget, meaning they'd have to save hard and do a lot of renovation work themselves.
Something of a surprise, I should imagine.
This is amazing. I love it.
This is an Afro-Caribbean Masonic hall.
And you could use this as well as living, it's habitable as well, this bottom floor.
If you wanted to live in this room here, you'd have to reapply for planning permission. It would take time. You'd have to demonstrate that there wasn't a demand for it to be a shop.
If you're tempted to transform a commercial property into a home, take a leaf out of Toby's book and do your research. It's crucial to weigh up the work involved before making a decision to part with your cash.
This is just huge. I didn't expect anything this big.
Nadine loves the scale of this place, but I wonder if she realises the size of the job at hand.
I did hear Toby say to you as you came upstairs, don't, calm down. What's all that about?
Yeah, I get excited really quickly and I don't necessarily think about the problems. Whereas he's probably thinking, how are we going to have the money to do this?
Yes.
Toby's right to be cautious about this place because there is so much work to do. There's damp in the basement, holes in the roof, and it needs a complete refurb.
Yeah, it's quite a scary space. I mean, it's huge.
This building does look scary, but it is structurally sound.
There's a hell of a lot of work to do here, isn't there?
It is.
Which is great, that's what we asked for.
Well, you'd have to live in it while he did it.
Yeah. Everything we've looked at before this has been quite a bit smaller, and you can understand how quickly it'll take you to do things, whereas this is a little bit more of an unwieldy beast, as it were.
They're serious about doing all the work themselves. They could save a large amount of money, but it would keep them busy for years.
I wouldn't blame them if they didn't have the courage for that house, but they have embraced it initially.
Yeah, they have.
Really well.
Yeah. Most people you take around something like that would be
cry
frightened.
and run out of the door.
This property has so much more space than they'd ever hoped for. But will the scale of the work send them running back to Brockley?
This is fantastic. In fact, let's just leave.
Let's just leave.
Still excited?
Yeah.
Seen anything to put you off?
Not too much, but it is a big job. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm up for it, but it is, as I say, it's just the scaling on it.
We've set a reasonably high bar. We've got other properties to see, other things to consider.
It's a great start, though.
Smiling faces all round. When Captain Spencer's on board Kirstie's search, it's plain sailing.
Nadine and Toby were tempted by my first property, but a renovation of that scale will consume their lives. So I want to show them a more manageable option in another area they're considering. Hither Green is 2 miles from their current home in Brockley. It hasn't got the same buzz yet, but there are signs that this area is on the up. This house could be the blank canvas our design duo are after, and it's huge. It's got 4 double bedrooms, a loft, and a 40-foot garden. It's on the market at £347,500, which is on budget. Nadine and Toby did ask for a flat-fronted property, but I think this charming exterior would appeal to most people.
It doesn't have any curb appeal at all.
To be honest, it's freaking me out a little bit.
Let's just try and keep an open mind, all of us.
Yeah.
And we'll just go in and see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's horrible.
What would you have to discover about this house to make you want to buy it?
Nothing.
I don't think.
It suddenly just became a different house.
Make absolutely sure that you really, really don't like this house as much as you don't like this house.
Well, let's
Have a
check
quick
out
look around.
the garden, because that's going to be the feature, right?
Right. Let's do it.
This has to be the most disastrous viewing I have had.
Chin up, Kirstles. Perhaps they'll change their tune once they've seen the back garden.
That's right.
This is a lovely feature.
Especially because it's so high, you can't escape that.
Can you imagine the family barbecue out here?
Something tells me these guys won't be sizzling sausages out there next summer.
It's made us realise that perhaps suburbia is not really...
Not for us.
You did play with the idea of somewhere slightly more out of town. Yeah. We've looked to see the best that's available. This is the best that's available. It's confirmed that we need to stay further in town.
Yeah.
This is a good house and will make someone a great home, but clearly not my pair. Time to get ourselves closer to the city. For my final house, I'm taking Nadine and Toby back to home turf. We're going to Brockley, the area they know and love. It's 5 miles south of the city and is one of London's best preserved Victorian suburbs. So I'm confident that my last house has all the looks they're after.
It is a nice shaped house.
It's a nice shaped house. It is a nice shaped house.
This property serves up all the space they asked for, and it would be half the work of the Masonic Hall. It's got 3 bedrooms and a decent-sized back garden. It's on at just under £285,000, which is a whopping 65 grand under budget.
All it needs is a bit of modernisation, and you're the perfect people to do that.
Yeah.
Psychologically, it's a lot less strenuous.
But this could be the reality of what we will end up having to get.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just-
thinking that the thing that puts me off far more than the house or
Is the
anything
road.
we do is the road.
It's the road.
Because if I'm going to live in a residential street, I want to be well away from anything with that sort of level of passing traffic.
If Nadine and Toby want to stay in their beloved Brockley, this busy road is the compromise.
It's worth considering just in terms of actually having
It's
cash in the
realistic, isn't it?
pockets.
It's cash in the pocket and...
You normally are the one saying that we should be sensible, but you're not.
This is too sensible.
This place would leave them with money in the bank to do the work, but it's not inspiring them.
There's nothing that's really exciting about it.
It's not so much of a challenge and it's not particularly interesting.
So even the lure of a house which is under budget, with looks and location, isn't enough to tempt them away from the Masonic Hall in Camberwell. They've fallen head over heels for it. Priced at offers over £350,000, it's over their budget, but has been on the market for 2.5 years. So that puts us in a good position to try and get it for less.
Is there any chance we could go 330, or is that pushing it too far, do you think?
They've accepted a number of offers at 350.
Yeah.
The fact that they've fallen through
Gives us
is
some
what
leverage.
we're going to go with.
Time to get down to business.
It's not for me to advise your client, but I think really they should just call it a day, accept an offer of £330,000 and go on their merry way.
It's a considered offer for a property that's been on the market for so long, but will the vendors see it that way?
This isn't going to ring in a hurry. There's 3 trustees and a secretary.
That's really rubbish.
No, I know, it doesn't work like that. I don't have a magic wand which makes this ring back within 5 minutes.
Stand by, Kirstie. You might have to eat your words.
Right, OK.
Simon?
Simon! This is not good, you ringing me back this quickly. They have said that they simply will not accept less than 350.
Unfortunately, the owners are sticking to their guns.
OK.
No dice.
They were quick to say no.
So where will this leave Nadine and Toby?
342,500. Is that ridiculous? So we're kind of still 7.5 short.
Do you think that makes a big difference?
I think it does. I think it crosses the 3-4.
Do you?
If they were to offer 342,500, that just leaves them 7.5 grand to put in a bath, put in a kitchen, mend the holes on the roof. OK, brilliant, bye.
How did he feel about that?
He said he's going to go back to them and tell them not to think about it rashly, but to really consider it. We're not going to hear from him again today.
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
It's a good offer for a property that's been on the market for 2.5 years. But with 3 people in charge of making decisions, there's nothing we can do but wait for them to mull it over. And we're all agreed this special property is worth the wait. A few days later, Nadine and Toby's offer of 342,500 was rejected. But determined not to be defeated, they increased it to 346. And a week later, they got great news.
We were over the moon when they accepted our offer.
We were super excited, obviously, really, really excited, because it kind of felt like it was a bit unreachable, this place.
Over the last 4 months, Nadine, Toby and their planning consultant Sean have submitted plans for the property, and at long last, full planning permission has been granted.
But it was wonderful because we knew we could. It was finally time that we could actually move in.
They got the keys yesterday and haven't wasted any time.
We slept here last night. I think everyone thought we were crazy because it's a bit like squatting in someone else's house at the moment.
Yeah, the immediate plans are to kind of get it dry and warm and safe. So we're doing a lot of ripping out for the first couple of weeks. So it's kind of livable. And obviously so the dog can come up and join us. And then we're just going to work floor by floor. That's the plan.
Nadine and Toby had the most specific list of requirements I think I've ever seen.
We said we wanted a 4-bedroom house with a shop front, and we thought that was ludicrous. But look at us now, we're here, innit? So
Exactly.
They've got a lot of work to do, but their determination and creative flair is inspiring, and I know they're going to make this a fabulous home.
Just over 4 years ago, I showed designers Nadine and Toby a dilapidated former Masonic lodge. They bought it, and in 3 years they renovated every inch of it themselves.
Gone is the 1970s shop door, there are new windows, railings, and thanks to a lick of paint, the entrance is no longer shabby. It's chic.
I'm beyond excited to see what's going on in here.
But it's not just the property that's changed. Nadine and Toby are now married and have a 1-year-old daughter called Wren.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Did a baby come with the house?
it's Kirstie, she found our house for us, didn't she?
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, it's
Quite a difference.
It really is a difference.
The shop, come Masonic Lodge, is now a glorious 4-bed family house. And by removing and repositioning walls with their own bare hands, Nadine and Toby have brought the staircase back to life.
Did you tell Kirstie you retrained?
Yeah, well, yeah, I retrained
did you
as a plasterer.
It was either, like, you know, 18,000 on plastering or 500, and he's now a qualified plasterer renderer.
That is so useful.
Yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
What a smooth move. As was putting in this full-length window so light can flood in. Throughout the 1,500 square feet property, the hands-on pair have also replaced the roof, fitted new doors, and re-levelled the floors. It's been an incredible effort. And it shows in their sitting room, transformed from cold and clinical to wonderfully warm and welcoming.
Look at this! Oh my word! I think it's the light that strikes you straight away. We could barely see when we were
Yeah, of course.
last.
There was grates, there was massive grates over the windows.
That is beautiful, those shutters.
Even those were made by this pair, and during the epic 3 years it took to complete this transformation, Nadine and Toby lived here. Through hell and high water.
We took the roof off, and it was that year where it just rained and rained and rained and rained, and we would get these like floods like coming from the top of the house. So we had a tarpaulin just over and lived with a tarpaulin for how long?
Yeah, it was about 7 months.
There was a moment when I was just like head in hands.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? We didn't have a bathroom, so we just went to the gym a lot to shower.
That's the only reason we joined the gym, actually.
In over 20 years of house hunting, I've met very few couples quite as brave and determined as these two.
It's changed our lives doing this house.
Yeah, it kind of makes you appreciate it that much more, doesn't it, as well, when you're doing a lot of the work yourself. It's tough, but it's great.
Toby made the renovations his full-time job and totally reconfigured the first floor, which now has a stunning master bedroom. And what was a tiny loo and small kitchen has now become a heavenly family bathroom. On the top floor, they've created another 3 spacious, sleek bedrooms, plus a second bathroom.
This was just a room, it was one room,
With
wasn't
an
it?
altar.
And now it's light and beautiful and big.
And guess what? Toby fitted new double-glazed windows himself.
We've learned so many skills. I mean, it's extraordinary. So many people just don't learn anything when they're having a house done by someone else.
No.
It doesn't feel like a renovated house, it's a restored
Definitely, I think definitely part restoration. We've saved anything that was original, and we've tried to put back as much as we can without it becoming sort of a bit faux.
I don't get to see enough spaces like this.
But the biggest change is in the basement. Once an uninhabitable, damp disaster zone, Nadine and Toby have skillfully created a cool and stylish kitchen, which looks out to a lovely courtyard.
Oh my kitty aunt, look at that. Love the floor.
The floors are a striking polished concrete, as are the kitchen surfaces, all done by Toby. He even made the lights for around 12 quid each. Utterly inspirational.
This is an incredibly expensive look. If you don't do it yourself and you want this kind of kitchen, you pay through the nose.
Because it's hugely labour intensive, that's the thing. We've been able to save so much money because myself, Deanie and my dad have done all the work. And we've also tried to be a bit creative about using cheaper materials. All this worktop cost about 170 quid.
I see that you and Nadine have worked incredibly hard.
We made a good team in that sense, but we were working, you know, some days when we were doing rendering, we were doing 17 hours straight.
Using the skills they had and their insatiable enthusiasm to learn new ones, this pair should be pleased as punch with this place.
Absolutely no regrets.
No regrets, though.
And I think we probably would do it and live in it again.
The aesthetic is very strong and it's beautiful. That attention to detail that you've made, design decisions in every single part of the house. Were there any disagreements?
There were plenty of disagreements.
Oh, I was going to say the opposite.
No, but not
We do tussle a little bit, but that's part of us coming up with an idea, I guess.
And I think also because I come from more of a practical level, I think I'm more constrained in the sense of how far I'm prepared to push something.
All the best pairings tussle. Having paid 346 grand for the property, the couple made massive sacrifices to be able to afford the 100 grand to renovate it.
Whatever salary came
Yeah, it was
in,
ridiculous.
we ate baked beans on toast and the rest went to the house. You know?
So you spent probably 450,000 on it, you know, buying it, doing all the work. But the extraordinary thing is that if you wanted tomorrow to go out and buy a 4-bed house in this part of London, it would cost you in excess of £1 million.
Yeah.
And that is an extraordinary thought.
That is extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's a very different situation to where we thought we'd ever be. I mean, we thought
Yeah.
maximum it would be worth, you know, 650, 700,000 when
Yeah,
we
that was
finished.
like beyond our wildest dreams.
So it's great. It's been, quite
Yeah.
a rounding experience, steep learning curves.
I want to have a little badge and it will have your faces on it and it will say, Nadine and Toby did it, you can too. I take my hat off to Nadine and Toby. Their guts and gusto and sheer hard work has enabled them to set themselves up for life.